Nikosogeire omwancho muligere bweta seni kia Ndizi TV nire no gosemerenga no genetse ko bukwego kia nemeroberi ao etogendrete ko batu kwariganeria imegeta seni kia Ndizi TV neritukuria juma 4 chitariki 19 chyo mutenyi okiando mwaka bachirubere na merongo ebere ne tatwande onsi asogenete ko kwene kia ngano ile teribagalia go kubwatia emeroberi ngo kwarigania asenchire ya bene tonyara ko batu gusanga muna inganya ko baga gwateka chinga ki ense ya Kenya boigo mange agendrete chingongo ao ime county ya Kisii county ya Nyamira na boigo ense enkima ya Kenya bange niko bagendete ko bako bwatuka ekurate yabo nga obogima bwanyare ko boko miga gochia senyasi ekubwatekana anene nogo kina kwa ekerengo serigori dia mabuta imense ya Kenya omokonyi bumurai bwense daktari Irigadi Gashawa nanyate bogo kawikerana imense ya Kenya litukoligoro na bwatuketenere nkwana yaye igoro anene yerigori elio lia mabuta liborire nene meroberi kia serikali yanyere ko bagikobeka koene kia buna anene ligori elio lia mabuta yanyere ko ba ligo kia karibu sana ngore nande asika keterige tambe elinde tunyara ko batukomanyania amonaye. Bimona sana karibu tonyare ko batukwemanya nabo wesemia ase Amayia Chinsa Isano na Ibere chiabono mugaso nyora boigo mwancho muligerenga nabo konyara ko bago bwati Amayia ya nabo igo emeroberi ito ao wetera se ebitandao ya Facebook buna Ndizi TV News Digital nabo igo wetera asensemo elia ya YouTube buna Ndizi TV News karibu onyara ko wekwemanya Litariana ni gongoro kwa Josephat Amisi toko chaka kurua se county ya Kisii ni gobono county ya Kisii yenyale koba gekoba gati yomo barobwechi county merongo ebereneyemo uchirie chirachi koba chiko konyeka no morobile bubwaga chibechi industrial park chirachi koba chiko enekia anene ebimerigo se aligesa likorua ase bimeri nonye kurua se chitugo byenyere koba biko bekwa so bwamo magiga ya amaene koba chiko irua asechichiro bono nigo emeroberio eyo egendrete asenchire boikiranu ase anene ensemo eria yabo machoge borabu ase eward eria bokimonge nabo igo ime ward eria bo machoge osebombaba ase meroberio eyo gendrete gati ya abamenye benseme iboigo nigo banyare ko bakogokera anene omoroberio bwa serikali nene kubwatera namone serikali e county ekoene kiabuna anene industrial park nyari ekobage kwagachwa sensemo eyo kolengana na barabulingo batabire achikobage kwira anene korosiwa gosogotoka kwemeremo ochia ase abantu abange ba enseme yo inyero mwancho muligerenga litukoliangyo nigo omoroberio bubwaga chibe industrial park yoranyara kobogo chaka bene osokagere kobogo chaki wabene amono mu waziri olia bwa obonchoria Moses Kuria nabo kubwaterana na obotenerwe county ya Kisii ise yomo governor Asimba Arati sorre narai kerokenda gendrete asensemo elia bombaba ime constituency yabo machoge brabu
no nyane gana senere mawo so industrial park yeti industry aina mbalimbali ebintu bire mabye bire binge ebige sotelete oye ba muri cement kwa a section ebeke go down yeti simit ngo monto ko wore simit kwenye korubo sombo kwa sekoru Nairobi kwa sekoru Mombasa wale go down yekare ngaho chawole simit ligo lilimekana so
yako kuchafua twaraga alafu nantuye na guchimeras ekarige ikirange gaiga abana baito mujibanyore tigasia na incho manyene bono ngone abande gaso industry na yito kunye bigine iro wana anta bedenye rigeri sana inje naga te naga bori ngo na nyando wote na mbona marago wango chanda anta itna tensa gaiga ene gasia nene mona gachire gaiga ase area yete machoge twarago saba ondobulens abe koma ya yose brenge bya ya ganse mega na kima da ndo ni tare wego mukinga mago yoranga njenge ndeke
ayongati ya mariganio ayagendrete anene asensemo ya bomba bakwene kiabuna umoroberi bobo chaki bobwagachi Bo Industrial Park anene ime county ya Kisii onyale kobogo chakiwa bene lituko liangi otogosika mutwe nigo bono omoroberio gosomoyiga bwokoreta amababwatani bekiombe kia Red Cross ensengima orachi kobogo kwera lituko liarero kubwatikana omoroberio nyale kobogo kolekana asa matuka atatanyale koboga gweta ime yomochi o Nairobi oyo mweli gosomora nyale kobogo ikira nawo nomokonyi bwo muraibwense daktari Gadi Gashagwa oyiboigo onyale koboga kogokera anene emeroberi ao ekiombe kyo kia Red Cross kyanyale kobage koira kweneke kyanyale kobage gosira obogima bw'abantu bali bagendete kobago twara emechando ao gagukwana korua ase omochi o Nairobi Gashagwa boigo nigabolire kiombe kyo kyanyale kobage kogendera amane meroberio eyo naboigo kweneke kyanyale kobage goikerania amagani y'abantu ababwate okogania gosoe okogania ime yense ya Kenya naboigo imeorogongo ru Africa.
On behalf of President William Ruto, I join you for this dinner, which happens during the 10th Pan-African Conference of the International Federation of the Red Cross and the Red Crescent Society on renewing investment in Africa. The theme of the conference is timely. Kenya has just concluded the World for the Africa Climate Summit, which, among other issues, expressed concern that the continent is overburdened by risks related to climate change. The risks have resulted in massive humanitarian crisis with detrimental impacts on economics, health, education, peace, and security. The call for renewed investment comes against the backdrop of adoption of the African Leaders' Nairobi Declaration on Climate Change and Call to Action. Humanitarian assistance has been key to 54 African states in saving lives and livelihoods. Indeed, a few months ago, the Kenya Red Cross Society was on the front line when our country was threatened by the prolonged drought, a manifestation of climate change. Since climate change-related vagaries know no boundaries, the Red Cross Society spread its wings across the Horn of Africa. While it is the responsibility of governments to protect people from such disasters, the work of the Red Cross and the Red Crescent Society has been monumental and complementary to our efforts. During the recent drought, the worst in 40 years after 5 failed successive seasons, I personally worked closely with the Kenya Red Cross Society. The Red Cross team is efficient, effective, and caring. It is full of profound professionals. Indeed, I'd like to take this opportunity to pay special tribute to the immediate former Secretary General, Dr. Asha Mohammed, for her leadership, professionalism, efficiency, and being an effective team leader. They were meticulous and very inviting to work with. Thanks to such distinguished partners, we did not, and I'm proud to say, lose a single life in Kenya's worst drought history. I wish to thank partners and the Red Cross Society in particular for the measurable support accorded to our government and other states across the Horn of Africa and the African continent. As we deeply mourn with the people of Libya following the heavy rains and flash floods, which have resulted in more than 11,000 deaths and destruction of property, we thank the Red Crescent Society for being there for the vulnerable families.
Ase emiaka emenge ebyombe biri bitali bya serikali nigo byiriri bagali na kwenekia gose kubatana namo na serikali kwenekia buna serikali yenyele ko bigikira ni chira cha magendero agendete ko bagikurira aba Kenya bono nigo omuriki obotamba se wizara yobokorera bwemeremo ya serikali Idris Dokota aboliriye ebyombe ebyo bitali bya serikali binyale ko babikwenekia byanyele ko bigotarira anene chingongo imense ya Kenya na kwenekia buna byanyele ko bikwena na obokonyi gagukwana ne chinyumba cyobora lya nigo Idris boigo atebiringa Chinsa monjiro wose chi county nchiroro imense ya Kenya chibwate embura enge naboigo janyale ko bachikorora omurakera semya kemenge mbono Chinsa mubune china chichibwenderete anene wikerwa amona boigo abamenyi ba ichi county chibanyale ko bakwenanwa obokonyi babene chinga kebyombe binyalete ko bikweneke buna byanyale ko bigosira obogima bwa Kenya as ichi county
and the development of water and sanitation infrastructure, environmental irrigation, among others. So here, when we talk about resilience building, These are areas that we need to support for resilience building in their areas. Before I go into to unbundle the ASALs of Kenya in terms of potential, so allow me to also talk about risks in ASALs. One of the risks, ASALs, shocks and stressors, one is drought. This is a major issue in ASALs. Conflicts, floods, we are anticipating floods soon. Definitely it will actually affect the big parts of ASALs. Pests and diseases, land degradation, etc. Coming to the potential of ASALs, and the question Dr. Jackson posed will be answered here. Coming to the potential of ASALs, this is an area that covers 89% of the Kenya's landmass. 39% of the population, country's population live here. 90% of wildlife lives in ASALs. 75% of the livestock is domiciled in ASALs. 90% of cross-country borders, blue economy potential, mineral and petroleum deposits, renewable energy.
Tukusika mutwe omubaro bwa abakori emeremo be serikali obanyarire ko bakorokana babwate omuchando bobongo ko bwatekana nebirengererie binge nigo mubaro iyo ogendrire ko bago komenteka imeyense ya Kenya gukwana anene aya omoriki obotambe ase wizara elia ya abakori emeremo nigo obono Amosi gatecha nigatebere ngomuchando yunyarire ko bago komenteka kurwa sumwa kuri nyarite ko bagweta anene wikera ase omwaka koyo Amosi nigatebire aya nigo anene aireire abantu osabakori abanke bemeremo ya serikali gotiga emeremo eyo nabo igo abange koirera gwerusia obogima ekubwatekana nebirengererio ebinge ebibya nyariko babikorokana ase abakori emereme yo gati ye sector yeria anene Amosi nyariko bagoteba yanyariko bigutwara umubaro omonene ne sector eliyo bolendi ase boigo egetengo kelikia abanyanyimbo balia ba prisons abuna boigo atebire banyareko bakorokana babwate ebirengererio ebinge nonye nabo niga Amosi boigatebire gatie bitambo kirogose gatie bindo biribe irere anene mubaro yikomenteka noko eneke buna ogokonga kubugima imense ya Kenya obubono boireire abantu abange gutwara ebirengererio.
Since COVID came, more officers are getting stressed at work, and the need for psychological counseling has been felt. Before COVID, we would see like 5,000 officers who are going for counseling, but since then the numbers have grown. We are now talking about 13,000 per annum. We have also seen a rise in the need for counseling in the defense. Levels go up because of the economic conditions the way they are, because of stress. Most of the public servants work in towns and cities, and the stress levels in towns and cities.
Esegi yokurwania ogonchoreria kwerire nigo egendrete anene imense ya Kenya se serikali enene kubwatira na mune serikali chichi county ejigendrete ko bachi koira ebitambokero airi koenekia buna anene binto bire bitoitanene benyarire ko ba abikorendwa ebono nigo ireire engwana yaye omuliki obotambe bwizare ebinto bitoitanene gitonga mugambi anyare ko bagakorwa ekurate gose egekuru kia egetindi ochia ase abakenya usabantu babwate enaro yoko butora anene amanani ya serikali eibone ireire anene omurakera omonge korokana imeyense ya Kenya korengana na kitonga nigatebire serikali rachikobage kuirera egetambo keregetindi abakenya bande bonsi abaranyara ko bakorokana gose bagotoka bagosalia amanani.
Tuko na misitu yetu, and this one I'm saying for the whole country, not necessarily for Embu, because in Embu we don't have these cases where people are doing illegal logging, where people are entering in the forest and doing all illegal activities without any authorization. We are telling them, especially the people who are doing it in Nyandarua, you know what we did over the weekend. The people who are doing it in Aguru, the people who are doing it in Kericho, the people who are doing it in Embu, in Meru, please stop it. Because the moment we get you, there will be no compromise. We will hold you responsible, we will confiscate your magari yako, Na unajua even nitakukumbusha. President alisema mambo ni ngapi? Mambo ni ngapi? Hatutaruhusu watu waingie kwa misitu yetu wafanye all the damage they want. We will not agree under any circumstances. And on this, we have created a special office at the ministry. Wapi Begi? Wapi Bwana Begi? Ako hapa. We have created a special office at the ministry with special number ya simu for 24 hours. Piga hiyo. Ukiona watu wanaingia msitu, wanapiga wanakata miti without authority, and we will be there with you. Tuko na ndege na huyu anakuwa kwa hiyo ndege. Within the next 2 hours maximum atakuwa hapo na tutakamata hawa watu. Because we have stopped it. Hatuwezi tukaruhusu, tunasema tunasonga mbele to plant 15 billion trees, lakini a few people are destroying our forest. It is not acceptable.
Mwancho murigereria ayonga tiari amange togendete kobato kubwatire kurwa semesa itu ya Amayia omugaso obono nyora boigo ngomera na tore amona Chinsa ikomya sencho komanyania aya amona yande amange meroberia itu botambe megeta seni Ndizi TV na boko yebwatia wetera semitandao itu ya Facebook Ndizi TV News Digital na boigwetera asensemo eri ya YouTube Ndizi TV News ironyara kobaga kwenekia bona iriogi amone chiricho cya guchira senchire boikiraniga korokwa abigari nyancha militerane ngorokwa Josephat Amisi nakuganirie oburigereria obuya bwemeroberia eyegenderete imigeta seni Ndizi TV.